Most players think they know how to build Waldyr, but almost nobody is using his true build. In this ultimate Waldyr guide, I will show you the secret talent combo that make him cast like crazy, so you feel like you unlock a hidden mode in Call of Dragons. Hey friends, it's Burgas here, and today I'm going to give you the ultimate guide for Waldyr in Call of Dragons. If you want a clear step-by-step setup that makes your Waldyr feel way more stronger in open field without spending more money, you're at the right place. This video is made just for you. And to be fair, I use Waldyr for the past like 2 years. No joke, even though that there is more overall heroes that get present in the game which can fuel my mage legions, I still use this bad boy. I actually replaced him when new Mink come in the game, so you can see that for 2 years and a half I was actually using Waldyr, and there is a reasons behind. And I'm going to start with the first one, and basically where is the main strength of Waldyr, and this is in his spell. Let's start from there. We're going to go over the talents, we're going to go over the artifacts, we're going to go over the pets, everything basically you need to know. This ultimate Waldyr guide in Call of Dragons after all. So the spell that I really like for the Waldyr is that he's hitting like 4 legions. So far in the game there was no hero that was hitting 4 targets. Right now with the new heroes that come in the game, one of them is actually one of the new heroes. This is Ruby, and she's having this opportunity to hit the legion and three nearly legions. So you know, Waldyr is absolutely unique in this direction. The other thing that Waldyr is unique is he's not having any diffused damage. Almost all, if not all, except Waldyr, heroes that are having AoE, and by AoE is area of effect, is having diffused damage. Lilia, Velyn, Yuming, Thunderlin, all these heroes are having diffused damage, not the Waldyr. And if you see that this diffused damage is actually reducing the main damage of the hero, you're going to see that it's actually, the drop is pretty significant. What I mean by that is minus 15% for each extra target. So this make Waldyr unique hero, and also is providing some hero skill damage which can be 15%. This is from point of the skill. This is the main reason you want to have this hero. In the huge fights you're going to need heroes that is doing AoE damage. So after we clear up why we exactly need Waldyr, on top of that is a mage. Mages, very far hitting, safe distance. If nobody is hitting you, you're losing more slowly your legion capacity. Not legion capacity, but legion count. And you're going to, when you trigger your skills, you're going to just do more damage. So yeah, after we clear why Waldyr is on the top of the food chain, so far he's the best epic hero in Call of Dragons. It is what it is. I mean, I don't make the rules. Even though that the game presents new heroes, Waldyr still is on the top of the food chain. Now let's talk about the talents of this bad boy. If I go over the talents, this is the talents I'm using. Why exactly I don't have finished talent, and why exactly I have exactly these talents. Now first thing first, hero skill damage. With the skill talent tree, you're going to be able to, you know, giving more power to your hero, to the spells of the hero, let's say it like this. So here we're getting 4%, here we're getting extra like 8%, which is a significant amount. And mages don't have good normal attack. I mean, their attack are very low, but the skills of the mages, the rage skills of the heroes is what make those heroes extremely strong. These legions so strong. On top of that, I actually decided to go with the focus. Now, why exactly need focus? For this 10% chance to get 10% critical rate. For the people who don't know, but in season 1, if you're free to play player, the best legion you're going to build is going to be Waldyr with Velyn. We're also going to talk about the pairing. Stay with me. So Velyn is having, okay, we're going to go later. So this is so far one of the talent trees you can go. From here, getting more rage, so we're having like 10% chance to get 50 rage. On top of that, we're getting more hero skill damage and more rage. So we're boosting and creating this rage skill hitting hard hero and rage regeneration hero. So from there, I actually picked this talent. I really like this defense penetration that can be applied. Now this one, 8%. Now if you pair Waldyr with Velyn, this 8% chance to add additional target to the rage skill of your deputy, additional target to the rage skill that deals damage to multiple target. Yeah, by this 8%, Waldyr is hitting 4 targets, Velyn is hitting 3 targets. Rarely you're going to see more from this. The majority of the cases is going to be like 2-3 legions that are close. People no longer are actually putting all their infantry on one place. The majority of the cases, if somebody is going out with max of 3 infantry legions. Nobody's spamming 5 legions, 5 infantry legion in Call of Dragons anymore. Nobody's actually doing that. Maybe there's going to be some exception. Don't write me in the comments, I saw one Kraken and he sent 5 infantry. No, this is not the point. I just say that 3 legions is very solid one, and over these 3 legions getting this magic defense penetration, I think is one idea more faster. Now this is one of the builds. The second one that you may want to build is going with the skill talent tree, getting obviously the hero skill damage, getting the rage regeneration, and getting this extra 20 additional rage when you cast your rage skill. So 2 heroes, 40 rage per life cycle of the rage skills. You want to go in the PvP. Here you can bring some march speed. We're having heroes like Velyn is giving you Velyn is giving you march speed, Thea is giving you march speed, Bahorn is giving you march speed. So, you know, still march speed is extremely valuable thing in Call of Dragons. I use it, and yeah, I'm getting good results like this. And you can go with more hero skill damage. Now here is the thing, you can go either with the Fury Flame, or if you want to build a fully rage regeneration hero, you can go with hit, healed, hide. So you're going to have 5 points here, which is giving rage regeneration. Here, after you're casting a rage skill, 25% chance to get 75, and here you're going to still get rage regeneration, and here you're going to get rage regeneration. So PvP and skill, specifically for the Waldyr, is make him unique from point of hero talent tree. And yeah, I definitely believe that this is something like rage regeneration fast build, but I prefer this one so I can make my skills hit way more harder. This is my personal opinion, because yes, I may trigger more faster the skills, but I just wanted to these skills to hit way more stronger. So this is from point of talent trees. This is the one that I use. Let's talk about the pairing, because it's actually very strongly connected with the skill talent tree. So we're having this focus, I already mentioned that. It's giving you 10% chance to get 10% hero skill critical rate. Now if you pair Waldyr with Velyn, where is Velyn? Velyn is having this spell, this passive spell, where it's giving you hero skill critical rate bonus, 10%. So you're having from the focus, when it gets triggered, 10% chance to get 10% hero skill critical rate, you're going to get 20% critical rate, which for me is very solid, very decent critical rate. I see it with the Lilia how this mechanic is working, and it makes Lilia hitting like a truck. I really like this thing. but it's going to apply the same way for Waldyr. Now here comes the synergy in extra between Waldyr and Velyn, and this is from the season 1. Keep in mind, if you want to run 2 Mage Legion in season 1, it's going to be Liliathea, and Waldyr is still going to be with Velyn, because the synergy is even higher there, because Waldyr as a commander is going to hit before the Velyn, and is going to apply this Hoarfrost, which is March speed reduction. Velyn Awakened is going to benefit and doing damage factor 400 over the targets. So you see even more synergy between Waldyr and Velyn. And the thing that make Velyn in the end game play so valuable as a support legion is reducing the attack. It's also applying Gloom, which is reducing the attack by 20%, which means your legions is going to receive less counter attack and the enemy legion is going to do less damage. This is why it's also very decent as a support legion. Very good in damage dealing, very good in supporting. This hero, there is a reason the Waldyr is on the first place or best epic hero in Call of Dragons. Now let's talk about, after we finish with the skills, with the pairing, let's talk about the artifact. Now artifact, most likely you want to put some generic artifact. What I mean by that is Phoenix Eye is generic artifact. There is not binded to any other hero in Call of Dragons, or it's not giving crazy benefits for one heroes and for others not giving that crazy benefits. Like for example is Dragon Fate. Dragon Fate is giving you 100% chance to do extra magic damage every 2 seconds when you do some hero skill damage. You Mink every 2 seconds is doing hero skill damage, so this one is going to non-stop proc till the rest of the mages. If the rage cycle is like 10 seconds, is going to give this 120 damage factor 1 time per 10 seconds. So you see that how this artifact benefit a specific hero. On top of that, for example, the Infernal Flame is just built for Lilia because only she applies Scorch, so this is going to give you Magic Kin, increasing your attack. Now if we put aside these artifacts, there are only 2 for now, only 2. If we put these 2 specific hero artifacts, the rest of the artifacts you can use with Waldyr. Now what I suggest is maybe Phoenix Eye, but you can also use Mirage Orb. It didn't actually matter. The artifact that I suggest is Assault artifacts that is doing tremendous damage, not only because it's doing crazy amount of damage, but on top of that it's also giving magic unit attack and also legion attack, which is, you know, is going to make the hits of Waldyr even more stronger. So you can also put some Breath of Gigantis if this is your support legion, or you can put, for example, Tear of Airborne. Both of these 2 artifacts are support artifacts. I prefer this one because it's affecting 10 legions and is giving defense break 16% for 20 seconds. 20 seconds is crazy amount of time, and is going to affect how much counter attack your these legions are receiving, how much damage they're receiving. Everything is affected there, so I really like this one. So if you ask me which artifact to put on Waldyr, Breath of Gigantis in my opinion is best fitting for Waldyr as a support legion. Even on battlefield, by the way, on battlefield, if you're in season 1, maybe you want to use Phoenix Eye and have on your Lilia Infernal Flame. This is 2 artifacts from season 1, very solid one, so you can do this step in this direction. But if you're latest seasons, most likely this Phoenix Eye, you want to put it on Thunderland because the Thunder Elegy, if it's not example Thunder Elegy, it's not that good, okay? It's not something crazy, let's say it like this. Now in form of pets, I strongly suggest Sapphire Faedrake. Why? The reason behind is, if I go and check it out, the other one is each time you inflict Scorch Hoarfrost on Ensnare, on one enemy legion, Flame Boom deals more damage the next time it gets casted. So this is specifically Scorch for Lilia, this pet. Hoarfrost, this is Waldyr and Velyn. And Ensnare, this is Elwyn, but yeah, nobody's actually using that much Elwyn. But still, this is going to fit perfectly well with Waldyr, and this is Sapphire Faedrake. So far, this is the pet that is doing the most damage. The reason behind is it can do AoE damage. You just need 310 spirit. What I mean by that is this spell, Advanced Flame Boom, is giving one extra legion as a target for 155 points of spirit. And as you can see here, my spirit is 390. So in total, I'm going to have 1 legion plus 2 legion. In total, 3 legions is going to receive damage for my Sapphire Faedrake. So this is from point of pets. And if you enjoyed this guide so far, don't forget to hit one like. And if you enjoy Call of Dragons video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I make daily Call of Dragons videos with this type of tips and tricks that can help you build way more stronger account. Now let's talk about little over the open field, about the positioning. Obviously Waldyr is the mage one, but which hero I want to by doing the pairing, or maybe let's talk about the seasons. First season, you're going to have Waldyr with Velyn, Lilia, Thea. On season 2, it's going to Bertrand Tocher be presented. Get Bertrand Tocher, obviously, if you want to be a mage main. Or if the Mu is presented, by the way, Lilia will no longer be with Thea. Now, when this moment comes to your account where you want to run Mu with Thea, very solid legion, just to mention that, you want to pair Lilia with Velyn, and Waldyr is left behind. This is the moment where you have to decide, are you going to continue using Waldyr or not? So in my situation, when this thing actually happened, because the mages and the heroes in Call of Dragons expand. Each season, which is like 2 months, the new 2 heroes are presented. It's not mages, but every 8 months 2 new mages are presented. You have 5 legions on the battlefield, and right now we're start facing this thing that we may have more heroes, mages, and less swords in your mage legions. Basically, you can go just with 5. So yeah, at one point maybe you want to just not use Waldyr. But again, I used Waldyr for the past 2.5 years. I was extremely happy. Very nice hero. Build him, especially if you're in season 1. You're just not going to regret. On top of that, his skills is way more easy to be getted. It's not like with the legendary one, which in my opinion is very hard to be achieved. I mean, if you want me to make a video over the stars, just let me know in the comments below. I'm going to share with you the best places where you can get some stars and start up your hero. But yeah, with couple words, this is going to be for the Velyn. If you have any further question for this bad boy, just let me know in the comments below. I'm reading all of my comments and I'm going to try to answer you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here you're going to find some other interesting Call of Dragons video. Go check it out. So boost this power, baby. And yeah, wish you a great day and see you in the next video.